question for my, short little Q&A video I did was about the government hiding cures for diseases like cancer and shit. And I wanted to go a little in depth in my thoughts on that for several reasons. I do see a lot of my friends on Facebook talking about this, and I kind of want to have this video as a definitive response every time that comes up that I can post and have people hopefully consider my arguments. So the first thing that we always see is that, it's way more lucrative for the pharmaceutical industry to charge someone over the course of their life to treat cancer than it is for them to cure them once. Now, that kind of breaks down because that means it's also more expensive for insurance companies to pay for this coverage instead of just curing them once. So what people don't realize is that in America, at least, because we don't have a single payer system, there's a tug of war between insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies, right? Like one wants to keep prices high, the pharmaceutical industry, the other wants to keep prices low, the insurance industry, because the insurance industry is ultimately the actual entity paying for treatment and cures. Now, on that same note, in other countries that are not America, most of the developed ones have single-payer health insurance. What that means is that there isn't some big pharmaceutical conspiracy, if you want to call it that, to keep drug prices extremely high. In fact, America has notoriously high drug prices on the global scale. When you look at other countries, the drug prices are not nearly that high. Treating diseases is not nearly as expensive or lucrative in other countries. What am I getting at here? What I'm saying is that doctors, biochemists, and other scientists in other countries could very well discover cures for cancer. So even if there was this big block from corporate America preventing cures from being discovered in America, that would only apply in America. Other countries could still develop cures for cancer. You might notice that I've been saying cures throughout this video and not just cure. Another very big reason that cancer has not been cured is because cancer is not just one disease. We're actually talking about multiple diseases. What cures bone cancer probably will not cure skin cancer. Cancer is not one disease. It is a family of different diseases that all have a similarity in that they're all based on cells reproducing too quickly, but they're not the same thing. You can't treat one kind of cancer with the treatment of another kind of cancer necessarily. Now, there might be a small group that would have the same treatment, but the vast majority of cancers are not going to be like that. There's going to be a whole array of cures when we do eventually cure different kinds of cancers. And there might be some kinds of cancers that are incurable. We don't know. Whatever scientist discovers a cure for any cancer will undoubtedly receive praise, money, Nobel Prizes, you name it. Now, that might not be the main thing motivating them, but it's definitely a motivator at the very least to some degree. I mean, I can't imagine they're just ignoring that. They'll probably win, a litany of awards for their achievement. So finally, I just want to also bring up that we have cured many diseases. Polio. I already brought this up actually in the question and answers video, so I don't really know why I'm bringing it up again. But it's not like people are, you don't go on the bus and worry about whether the person sitting next to you is a leper anymore. If the government or the corporations or both are trying so hard, they are doing a shitty job. They have failed, and they will likely fail with cancer if that really is the conspiracy. But I think, as I've outlined here, there really isn't such a conspiracy.